This is a test to see if I can record whilst also rendering. It's gonna be fantabulous, y'all. Sun was streaming right into your eyes and you thought, I've got it. Streaming. I could stream. And thus YouTube was born, and thus Twitch was born, and thus twitching was born, which is something I heavily subscribe to personally. I don't know how I would live without twitching. Listen to that music. It's pretty awkward. I don't know, it's weird. Anyways, N64 emulators are also something that could be Twitch streamed, I suppose, if you wanted to, if you were super into that, as everybody is, but me, being not a fan of trends, am not into that at all. So, it's just never gonna happen. And of course, YouTube people being all like, okay, you can't start a Let's Play channel. Honestly, seriously, you can't compete with PewDiePie. Don't even do it there. Nobody cares about you. Which may kind of be true, but it also gives you a really defeatist attitude that is gonna guarantee your failure. So it's also pretty friggin' amazing. Why don't I use this video plugin more often? It works way better than the other. Am I insane? That's an irrelevant question. We know it to be true. Let's not kid ourselves. Selected random music, but I just don't know what's going on in the bay. We're gonna dock the bay and dock his haul the copyright cops. Whew. I'm pretty much surviving on the legacy of not myself. I should probably just edit out that line. What was the line I just edited out? I don't know. Editing is not part of this test, as it has no bearing on absolutely anything. So nobody needs to know what just went on there. But I can see some nice old school Mayan rappers are all up in this song here. Yo! And so forth. Taking the funky drummer beat, which is not this beat at all, but I'm sure the funky drummer beat has got to be in here somewhere. It's amazing. That was a pause. It's pretty hard to play the new Tetris on an emulator, as it just isn't supported all that perfectly. And so you end up, which you might think is good. If you have to come to an end, one would want it to be positive and upward facing instead of down and down. You know, going down on the ground. As beautiful as the ground is, it is negative, and you don't want to be there. You always want to be up in the air, even with leaded avgas spewing directly into your face and all sorts of other conspiracy theories. Whoops. See, I always make these mistakes because I'm not trying very hard. But believe you me, I've got some pretty good scores in this game, and by good, I'm talking like 13,000 or something. Maybe even 17,000. I don't even remember. That's how much I don't have to care because I'm so great at the game. Also, don't build towers like that, son. Also, don't do that. My whole Tetris skill is now being exposed to the entire world. And it's not embarrassing, because seriously, there's things I would find embarrassing, such as my supremely religious beliefs of there being a hot air balloon flying around near my head, constantly giving me life tips. I mean, that would be bad if people ended up knowing that. Who? Also, this is not my favorite music track here. I'm gonna say my favorite music track is Pyramid dot frickin' whatever. NSF, possibly. Pyramid.nsf, which is to be demonstrated immediately. Let's go. Throw away that score. I've already busted all the ancient cultures open, as that is something you can do in this game as well, just so you know. There we go. But of course, despite this being my favorite, it does get a little repetitive if it's all you play. So let's demonstrate how I can annoy myself with a repetitive song. I once recorded a freestyle rap over this. That's gonna be some great material that will surely get me noticed on YouTube, notating how I'm gonna get a freestyle rap done on this thing. Except I already did, but time is just kind of weird, you know? When it comes to my head, time just kind of twists and twirls itself around, causing Deja Lee to also twist and twirl, and unfortunately, the inventions therein are going to be lost to history. Saying nonsense in a bad way is also my modus operandi, but of course, everybody cares about me, as you guys tell me that quite a lot in no uncertain terms all the time, so never mind some frickin' guy who has 10,000 subs and thinks he knows what he's talking about. I'm important on YouTube. You could tell because like at least 30 or 40 or maybe even 60 people are gonna watch this video part of the way through. That's a good litmus test, I feel. But it doesn't matter how I feel, because in the world of business, there's no place for feeling, which would rather bring up the question pretty harshly, why the hell then would you want to go into the world of business? I personally can't stand the idea. It's all serious and shit. And it's just there to sort of screw people over and acknowledge that the world sucks when it doesn't suck. If you start acknowledging that it doesn't, miracles begin happening to you. Some people don't believe this, that's because they've never tried it. It's definitely not because they hold a different opinion than me, and that's a legitimate thing. Not at all. And we are approaching the end of the encoding, so I guess I'm going to shut right up now. There's really no reason for me to upload this either, as I can perfectly well see for myself locally if it worked or not, but I might do so anyway, because I'm a silly guy. And, well, that'll be it from me. So, goodbye.